Hello everybody, welcome back to Thomas Wooden Adventures. Now it's been so long since I last made a video. Pretty much like 4 months. And I'm really happy to make this video because it's just been so long. And in today's video, I'll be showing you all my customs, including the one on screen now, if you've noticed from last time. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the engines first and go in order from my favorite custom that I'll most likely not remake to a custom that I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely remaking this. Okay, starting off with a Railway Series exclusive character, which is Jinty. So this was literally just made out of a Thomas, the same Thomas that I use for my videos or as my character. But Jinty's actually one of my favorite customs. That's why he's in the first place spot. Cause just seeing a Thomas in all black is cool. And also it's the custom that took me the longest. Just sanding down the wood to put the firebox in is crazy. Also, it has no glue nor nothing keeping it in. It's just friction holding it. So that's why he's my favorite. He's just the coolest. If you have Jinty, you must have Pug. Now this is literally just a 2022 Percy, just painted black with the Lego 2x2 tile plate on him. And generally not much done, literally just painted black wheels. His dome is shaved down. Now his funnel is slightly damaged. I would love to replace his face, but that's actually kind of it. He's really good in my opinion. Okay, now here's our favorite number 1 engine, Thomas. Now literally this is just the same Thomas, 1999 Thomas, just with a red buffer beam and white running board. Now he's kind of simple, not much, literally exactly what I just said. He is cool and you'll be seeing him a lot in the future videos. Here's our favorite old engine, Edward. Now, it's just like Thomas, bright running board with a red buffer beam. And he's the last one of this type of engines. I do want to complete Gordon, James, Henry, and Percy. I just haven't gotten to them yet because I literally finished this custom like the day before filming. So, that's really it for Edward. Now, he does have a nub funnel, unlike Thomas, who actually has like a detailed funnel, but I like the nub version because it kind of shows that Edward is an older engine, because by the time around present day today, he's maybe around 200 years old. That's crazy. Okay, here is Thomas Comes to Breakfast. He used to be my absolute favorite custom, but now my favorite custom goes to Jinty earlier in the video. But honestly, the only reason why I want to redo him is because of his cab detailing. This side isn't bad, but it's just so bad. So we probably won't be seeing much of him, maybe in like a few shots of Thomas Comes to Breakfast. And that's kind of it. But this is my Thomas Comes to Breakfast, and he's actually kind of a good custom, just need to redo some of his cab detailing. Okay, so here is old shape blue Henry. Now I'm not going to make an old shape green Henry because it took me way too long to sand down his firebox, and it doesn't even look that good. It's just easier to use a Gordon instead. But I'm really proud of this one. The only thing I don't like is how far Henry's face comes out. Like, I do want his board to be like slightly smaller, but it's honestly kind of fine with me. And this is actually one of my best customs. The only reason why I kind of want to redo him is because his running board is slightly sloppy. And you can see a little bit of his green paint right where his smoke box meets his boiler. But that's kind of it for Henry. Okay, so here is Origins James. One of my personal favorites. He's kind of sloppy because on this custom I had no tape to help me keep my engine actually looking good. And also, I didn't want to rip his face off, because on Edward, you can probably see that his face is slightly off. But You can also see on Orange James, he has black underneath it. It kind of looks like he has a beard, which is kind of funny, but nah, I don't really like that. But honestly, I like fully black engines. I just need to do some lining and add more details, like probably glue a Lego piece onto his firebox so he has like a whistle. But that's kind of it for Orange James. He's a really cool custom, but just needs some more detailing to be perfect. Okay, now here is a custom that needs extensive redesigning because it's so sloppy. Like, I did use tape, but it just looks so sloppy. Like, look at the cab. There's white paint all over him, and I just don't really like it. Also, I'm not a big fan of the original wheels. I just don't like them. Like, they're just not my favorite. So that's kind of it for this custom. Just something I really don't like. Like, he's kind of sloppy, and it's just, ugh. But that's actually it for all of my engines. Now it's time to go into rolling stock. Okay, so kind of I don't really need to redo any of my customs because they're actually kind of all good. Like, yes, they're maybe a little sloppy, but it's honestly fine, the rolling stock. It's not like the actual trains, which you'll see all the time. But here's the first custom, and it originally did have black wheels, but you'll see why it doesn't have black wheels anymore, because I had to use them on a different custom, which will be at the very end of the video, being the best piece of rolling stock I've ever made. Now, the car doesn't really count, so let's just push it off screen. Okay, so here's the actual truck. Blue wheels, they're actually knockoffs, because didn't really want to use actual real Thomas Friends blue wheels because they're kind of a rarity. Because literally all my blue wheels I used up on Blue Henry earlier in the video. But literally all this is a cargo car with the sides ripped off, so a car can easily fit on. Now it isn't held on really well, so if it just tips over, the car completely falls off. But that's fine with me. The car is totally fine. Maybe some rubber bands, but it's a-okay. Okay, so here are technically two customs, but I just want to count them as one group because they're literally the exact same model, just two different colors. So this one is like a dark reddish color, and it's just not really cool. And then here is a gray one. It's pretty much just like the red one, just gray. Now, fun fact, I actually got this from a real book that I got from one of my grandparents. Love the book. I use the book for customs, and I'll actually show a small little clip of where I got it and what I based it off of. Okay, so I found it in this one book, and you see the van right next to it. That's what it's based off of, just way less detail. So that's literally what it's based off of. And it is an actual real life van. So it's actually from the real world, just in mini form in less detail. Okay, since we're kind of on a roll with vans, I decided to do another van. Now this was originally a coach with 3 wheels. I don't know why. But I got it from a long time ago. Probably at this point, maybe 4 years ago. Long time ago. Now, I think I made the custom 2 years ago. So I was just sitting around doing nothing for like 2 years. So that's actually quite a long time to just be sitting and doing nothing for a wooden train. And it has this face. You can see it on camera now, but it's kind of not really the best custom. It's like just a van. Like, vans are cool. I love vans, but it's just a van. It's not really special. Okay, so here is the custom before my favorite custom. So this isn't really the most coolest custom. It is kind of cool. All I really did was take an old custom and put some popsicle sticks and cardboard underneath and just make it higher because you couldn't really see the actual load. It was maybe barely anything, like barely even 1 pipe tall. Now it's a 1.5 pipe tall up. but it's kind of just a random truck. It is cool. You probably will see it in the background, but it's not really the most important truck. Here is my favorite custom, not for my engines, but generally just in my rolling stock. Now, there's not a whole bunch of rolling stock, but this is my favorite. Bruno is my favorite, because literally the only other brake van I had was Toad. Got his picture on. But the only other brake van I had was Toad, and it's kind of hard trying to hide the fact that it's Toad, because you can really notice it by that. I would have to hide it behind other rolling stock to make it look like another van. But the special thing about Bruno is that I put the magnet on accidentally wrong. So he faces towards he faces the same way as Thomas, which most brake vans face the opposite, like Toad. But Bruno faces the same way. Now, the only thing that's bad about Bruno is he is extremely tall. Like, he's my tallest custom. And I'm afraid that I'm going to have to make some of my tunnels way taller in order for Bruno to actually fit in them. Like, hold on, I'm going to get, like, my tallest engine, which is actually the king of the railway, Gordon. You can see, he's much higher. Like, let's put a piece of track down to actually show. He's way taller. And also, the fun thing about this is the top piece can just jiggle. It's actually really cool. But that's actually my last custom. Sadly, I would love this video to be longer, but if I make more customs in the future, I'll definitely make a part 2. Or just make a giant video. But that probably won't happen, so maybe it'll just be in parts. But that's my favorite custom. Bruno the Boxcar brake van. He's my favorite. He just has some glue stuff on him, but that's fine. Just Bruno's the best. Now let's go to the end credits. Okay, so that was my favorite custom, Bruno. He actually took quite a while. It took me literally almost a whole entire day of just sanding to get him all done. Now he does have a few spots that need to be painted, like some of his buffers, but it's honestly generally fine. But those are all my customs of currently 2024. I hope to see you guys in 2025, maybe even earlier with a YouTube short or something, but that's kind of it. So these were the end credits. The video was completely made by me, customs made by me, and video made by me. Everything is made by me, so yeah, that's kind of it. But hope to see you guys in 2025, like I said earlier, and I hope you have a good New Year's, and I hope you had a good Christmas. Now I'll see you in 2025.